everyone. I wanted to let you know our air filters have arrived in the building and will be showing up in your classrooms and offices in the near future. And these are medical grade air filters. They have H13 true HEPA filters, so they are going to filter out 99.7% of particles down to a 0.3 micron, which I think is very small. So they're going to get your virus carriers, bacteria, mold, pollen, other allergens, and smells. I think they should be pretty valuable machines. You will each have an instruction manual with your filter, but I wanted to quickly show you, in case you don't like reading the instruction manual, how to get these working in your space. So for those in classrooms, this is going to be the filter most of you have. The exceptions will be in our smaller spaces. We will have smaller filters. In a couple of our bigger classrooms, we have 2 of these. As for placement, you can put them on the floor or you can put them on a shelf. The manufacturer recommends that you don't put them higher than 5 feet. And just for those of you with younger students, remember they can tip pretty easily. But the intake is at the front, so you don't want to block that. You can put it along the wall. You just don't want to smush it flush up against there. Give it an inch or 2 of breathing room. And you just want to have it in a space where there's airflow, so you don't want to put it under your desk. You don't want to stuff it back in a corner between a shelf. But we are in Ms. Valgus's room right now, and this is in the back of the room, and the filter is plenty big enough to get clean all of the air in the square footage of her classroom. So the back of the room is a great space for it. You are going to plug it in. This one is already plugged in. Oh, and one more note. If you have 2 of these filters, obviously you want to put them on opposite sides of the room. All right, so plug it in. You are going to hit the power button. It will make that nice little noise. It comes on automatically on the lowest speed, and that's pretty quiet. So the lowest speed is sufficient to clean the air in your room at that speed, especially with our Plan B limited number of students. But if you want to turn it up, just keep in mind it gets louder as you turn it up, but maybe when students aren't in the room or they're doing a quieter activity, you just press the speed button again. That's the fastest and the loudest speed. And then there's a sleep speed, really, that would be if you had it in your home and you wanted to go to sleep, it turns off all the lights. But probably you'll want to keep it on this first speed, and that will be perfect for our uses. You are going to want to turn on the ionizer, and that you just press it, the light comes on, that means it's on. That's going to attract particles that are too small to be filtered out and keep those in there. So you definitely want that on. All right, if you're like me and know that you will turn it on and then you will totally forget about it and forget to turn it off at night, you are going to just use the timer function. There's 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours, or 8 hours. So you can turn it on 8 hours and then know that when you leave for the day, it is going to shut itself off. There is also a child lock if you feel like you need that. So you would hold the child lock down for 3 to 5 seconds to engage it. Then you hold it down for 35 to 45 seconds to disengage. Then the last thing, the filters within these should last about 6 months before we have to replace. But if this icon lights up, that means you need a new filter. So if you would just let Jim Malone know, he will get you a new filter and get your machine back up to its best efficiency again. So if you need any help with placement or getting a power strip, you can let Jim know. He's behind the camera right now nodding yes. And if you have any questions, let him know as well. But I think that is it. They're pretty straightforward, and I hope you enjoy.